workforce, either because that worker is a small.
All right, everybody, good morning. Thank you so much for watching News Now from Fox. As you can imagine, the excitement, the happiness in Tampa, Florida, still going on strong after the Buccaneers won the Super Bowl last night. We have Fox 13 Tampa's Kellie Cowan joining us live to talk about what's going on out there. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Pilar. Well, it is a lot quieter than it was last night. And I got to tell you, there's a lot of cleanup that the city's going to have to do now. We had celebrations in the streets all around Raymond James Stadium last night, as well as downtown in Ybor City. Every single part of Tampa, pretty much, you had celebrations breaking out. I got to tell you, I was at a football little gathering not too far from the stadium. We could hear the fireworks at halftime, but everybody in Tampa was pretty much lighting off their own fireworks displays, and a lot of those going off right after each Bucs touchdown. And you can bet there were plenty of fireworks going off multiple times last night, but certainly at the end, I think when I was waking up for my morning shift around 2 a.m., there were still fireworks going off downtown. It's just absolutely electric here.
Yeah, Kellie, you just said that you woke up at 2 a.m. I wake up at 3:30 a.m., so I was only able to watch through the halftime with The Weeknd. Are you hearing any reaction to that show?
Oh, the halftime show? Well, where I was, people loved it. So I've also talked to my parents about it, who weren't as hot on The Weeknd's halftime show. Main points of theirs were that they didn't know who he was and that they are old, is what they told me. And I won't argue with either of those points. They said it, not me. So that's them. I appreciated The Weeknd show. I personally love his music, and I loved the part especially where he kind of took the camera into that mirrored room and kind of it followed him. It almost seemed like you were inside a live music video. So I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so interesting when they first started showing pictures of the stadium, live pictures, obviously when the broadcast kicked off, right before kickoff. I was like, man, that stadium, I don't know about that socially distancing. It looks pretty packed. And then I realized once they started zooming into the crowd that like half of it was those cardboard cutouts that I guess people paid $100 for in order to be entered into a raffle for next Super Bowl.
That's right, and it seems like a pretty good deal, $100 for that raffle for the next Super Bowl, and obviously getting your picture put inside the stadium. I guess you got those pictures of your cardboard cutout afterwards. I know one of my friends who was there as a healthcare worker who won the raffle for that and brought her own little sign of her boyfriend, his head, on her own little popsicle stick, just so they could at least be there somewhat together.
Speaking of the restrictions, social distancing, all that, have you heard anything COVID-19 related as to how everything went?
Well, the stadium itself, people were following the rules, obviously. They had very strict rules inside the stadium. Now, as far as the celebrations go, you can use your imagination on just how many people were actually wearing masks when they were out and about. And it is tough. I mean, the NFL itself, all of their sanctioned events, they did not want the city having official watch parties, things like that. Of course, private businesses and private residents are going to set up their own parties. But as far as the NFL went, they didn't have any of those types of things. A lot of events that typically happen around the Super Bowl were all canceled. For instance, I can tell you the media party didn't happen at all this year. That's normally something that we would like to enjoy, but instead they gave us a gift certificate to go use inside the city of Tampa at one of our fine restaurants on our own so that we could practice social distancing. But a lot of the big events simply weren't happening, but we did have a lot of unofficial things where you saw a lot of maskless people. We'll see what happens after all of this.
You just had a fan walk past you.
Right? So I think a lot of our
big thanks to you and your team for all the coverage.
Over here, kind of. They're pumped still.
Again, Kellie, thank you to you and your team for all the Super Bowl coverage, and I'm sure we will be in touch. Take care, okay?
Sounds good, Pilar. Thanks.
Taking a live look now, everybody, at Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. More news now from Fox is 2 minutes away. Thanks for being with us.